Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Alejandra, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are joining me back, well, thank you so much for being back and watching my videos. I'm here in my car. I'm waiting for my husband since we are going somewhere after this, and I just got off work, so I decided to do this little quick video for you guys. I know I've been doing like a lot more vlogs or like places that I've gone or cooking. I haven't really sat down and talked to you guys like my first couple of videos. Now today I wanted to talk to you guys about how no one really talks about the transition from moving from your house to getting your own home once you're getting married. Now, I feel like that was a big deal whenever I moved in with my husband. Yes, we were married and we were super excited. Well, I was super excited. I'm going to speak for myself right now in regards to actually, some guy just passed by. He was looking at me like I'm crazy. So going back to it. So when I moved to my husband's place, I was super happy, super excited, but I did realize like within that week and that first couple of months I felt really weird. I felt guilty. I felt like a bad daughter, a bad sister, because I felt like I was leaving my mom and sister on their own, and it was just the three of us, and I just felt really bad. There were some times where I would just be laying in bed and I would start, like, tears would roll down my face, and I would try to hold them in so bad because I didn't want Peter to feel bad. Because it's not that I didn't want to be with him, it's just I just felt bad that I wasn't at home or that I had left. So I you know, it was that transition that nobody tells you. Like, I never knew that I was going to feel that way. I thought I was going to be the happiest person in the world because I was with the love of my life and we were getting to build our own little nest and our own home and doing our own thing. But I did feel like all these emotions were running through my mind. I remember one day, and this was after a couple of days that crying had already happened, and it wasn't like an everyday thing. It was just like here and there that I would get nostalgic and I would start crying, or not like con sentimiento, but like tears would just like literally roll down my face. And there was one time where he was like, well, do you not want to be with me anymore? And I felt so bad, but I was like, I told him straight up, I was like, no, I definitely want to be with you. There's no doubt in that. But I do feel guilty that I'm so far away from my mom and sister. It's not like I can be like, oh babe, I'll be right back, like I'm gonna go to my mom's house to chill or to go shopping or whatever. It's like I literally have to drive almost an hour just to get to their house. And it just felt horrible because the only other time that I had been away from home for a while was when I went on a work trip last March, and that was for about a month and a half. I was super homesick. I really wanted to go back home, and I missed my boyfriend at the time, which was Peter. Now that we're married, yes, I can go, you know, every weekend if I want, but you know, after, you know, going back and forth for that drive, you know, I do have sometimes to run errands for the house, or I need to get groceries. Like, I wouldn't have that much time to go every single weekend. I try and go at least every other weekend or every 2 weeks because, you know, I miss them. I want to hang out with them. And it's to this day, you know, a year and a half later from being married or away from them, I still, like, it still gets to me sometimes. I still feel guilty because I feel like, why did I leave my mom, or why did I leave my sister, knowing it was just us three? And I know they're happy for me, but I know my mom was like, it was really hard on her when I first moved out, since her and I were super close, and you know, I'm super close with my sister too. So it was kind of weird, like, you know, not being home and being so far. But that's one thing that you guys need to realize, and I'm still realizing to this day, that, you know, it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to be sad. If your husband, boyfriend, fiance, or whatever loves you, they're going to understand that you're going through a transition phase where you're going from being at home, hija de familia, with your family, from living with someone and in a complete different city from where you're used to living. And even if you're in the same city, like, you're not living under the same roof as your parents or as your mom or dad. So it's a change, and you guys have to get accustomed to that. And now, you know, I'm getting more accustomed to it, and I think my mom is just now realizing that I'm now like a married woman, because I think that was something that wasn't hitting her, and we would bicker in regards to that. She would feel like I don't care for her, or I don't want to see her anymore. But I think it was just like the sentimientos encontrados, where I was moving away and I was now married, but that kind of didn't click until our religious wedding happened, since it was like a whole big wedding. Like, until then, that's when she realized that I think that, you know, I'm not on vacation. Like, I'm making my own family, aside from the one that I already have. And I feel like now, even though I still feel guilty for not being as close or with them, I'm now learning that I need to worry about myself, because it was getting to me to the point where, like, I was stressing about it. Like, I was stressing about how I would make my mom feel. And yes, I love my mom to death, and I want her to know that, you know, she's very, very extremely important to me. She's the only one that I have at this point as a parent. So, like, you know, she is everything to me. But I also needed to realize that, you know, worrying about that all the time was gonna cause me some damage, and I couldn't be worrying about that, because she was gonna have to realize that I'm now married, and I have to realize that now I'm not always going to be at my mom's or in that area. Like, life changes. I would have never thought in a million years I would have been moving out into the valley, but here I am, almost a year and a half later. Like, I'm here in the valley, which you know, life happens, and this is where God put me at this point in life, and we're all going to evolve and grow out of our comfort zones or what we're used to. But yeah, I just wanted to bring up that topic because no one really talks about that transition, and that transition is a big deal. Like, not everyone has been living in different places left and right. So it's new to some of us, and yeah, there was a measure of emotions. Like, even for our honeymoon, quote unquote, it wasn't really a honeymoon, it was a family trip right after our civil wedding, because I know his mom or his parents were kind of iffies that, like, the fact that we were getting, because after we got engaged, we got married through the court, like, super fast. So it was something that, like, hit our parents, like, by surprise. And so after our civil wedding, we didn't even, like, go on our own. We actually had a trip, everyone, like his parents and his brother, my mom and my sister, to Laughlin, and we all celebrated that we had just recently got married. Now, that's why we didn't do, like, a whole big commotion until this year for our big wedding. But definitely it was kind of to ease them into the fact that we weren't going to be at their homes anymore. And even then, when we got to the hotel we were going to stay at Laughlin, like, it was kind of weird that, you know, him and I were going to our own room and they were going to their own. Like, it was so awkward. But, like, you guys, tell me if it's not true. Like, this legit happens when you first get married. It's kind of weird, but I mean, now we're, like, used to it. And, you know, I love my husband, and I love that, you know, I talk to my mom whenever I want, or whenever she wants to talk to me. But we're now getting accustomed to the fact that, you know, I'm living my grown-up life and I'm a married woman. So that transition was a very big deal, and you guys are gonna get through it. Like, it just takes time, and it takes a lot of communication with your parents and letting them know that you still love them no matter how far you are, because my mom is so emotional in that sense, and I was too. And just talk to your spouse or your boyfriend or fiance, like, you know, I feel some type of way, nothing against you, just be there for me. So if this experience has happened to any of you guys, or share it with me. And if you guys have any questions, also let me know, and I will go ahead and answer in specific. I know my topic today was very broad, but just wanted to share that with you guys, and have a new video for my YouTube channel, since I haven't really talked to you guys face to face kind of. But thank you guys for watching my video, and if you guys liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe. We are a growing family here on my Styles with Miss Ale channel, and I'm super excited. I will also be making a video on a project I've been working on these past couple of weeks, months, whatever it is, but I'm super excited. I did post some coming soon on my Instagram, so stay tuned for that and check that out. So thank you guys so much for your love and support. I read all of your comments on my Instagram, and the few of you that do comment on my YouTube videos, I really appreciate it. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.